What's up? Jonathan Laird here with the first video in our new segment, Creativity 101. I thought a good place to begin would be in songwriting. I had a request from a friend of mine on social media when we were doing a little bit of a poll. I was asking people about the type of content that they would like to see more of. She suggested going into songwriting and developing yourself in the evolution that you have as an artist. So here we go into the first songwriting segment. So the place that I would like to go today with songwriting is in the lyrical realm. There are no hard and fast rules for writing lyrics. Some people like to start with the music first and let that lead them into a place where they feel lyrically inspired. Other people like to give some serious thought to the lyrics that they pen and really want to say something and speak to people. So for today's purposes, I would like to suggest an approach that's worked for me in the past. Maybe you're familiar with it. It's called mind mapping. Now, what is mind mapping exactly? Mind mapping is a brainstorming method. If you have a blank piece of paper and you have a central theme, that theme tends to be in a big bubble in the middle of the page. Then from that theme, you create little branches with bubbles attached to them and go off on any tangent you can think of. And then you do the same thing with those ideas. What do those little tangents remind you of when you think of them? An example of this for me happened when I wrote a song called The Hourglass. The hourglass itself was the central theme. The idea came about when I was discussing this with a friend of mine, a great songwriter named Jonathan Lee. He said that he was on a songwriter's blog, didn't know the guy's credentials or anything, but apparently the most important thing to this guy was starting out with the title, because from a good title, he could synthesize a vast array of ideas that would correspond with that theme. After we got finished having that conversation, I went home, I started writing The Hourglass. What words are coming about when I think of the hourglass? What's going to materialize out of this? We have units of time, right? We have time itself. So time, minutes, hours, days, weeks, you get the picture. You have the contents of the hourglass itself. The sand, the glass. An idea was formulated. And it goes something like this. I'd love to see the factory where minutes, hours, days, and weeks were fashioned from the first until the last, where grains of sand became the glass through which the sands of time must pass, and future turns to present then to past. Aside from being a good lyrical tool, mind maps are just a really good tool in general. You can use them for what a lot of psychologists call metacognitive conditioning. If you want to know why you respond to certain things in certain ways, you can map it out and eventually follow that train of thought to its conclusion. It gives you a deep deal of introspection, and one of the things that makes it so effective as a learning tool is it combines both the right and the left hemispheres of the brain, both the analytical and the creative. It's a great tool for figuring out business strategies. It's a great tool for writing, and it's just an all-around valuable practice. So that is the first tip of the day, mind mapping. Let me know in the comments what you use in order to be able to fashion great lyrics. If you're watching this and you haven't friended us or followed us, click that follow button. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. We got plenty more to come, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, have a great one.